Let's go.
Hey everybody, we're ready to keep counting you down to the weekend. We're talking about money, media, marketing. She is Miss Mendoza, media marketing. She's a great magician of sorts. And today I'm going to tell a quick story that has to deal with magic of a sort. So, LaQuinn Marie, we've been married for a long time. I don't listen to you very often, but what story should I tell today? I'll give you two choices.
All right.
I can tell the story of Anansi and the guinea fowl, or I can tell the story that is the story of Sanjata Kita, because both of them involve magic.
Anansi and the guinea fowl is a favorite. That's our old time. That's our initial. And it's related to how we can make money in media.
It's related to how we're going to make it, we're going to relate it to making money in media.
I love it. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Long ago in the far-off land that we now know as Ghana, there once lived this evil witch.
I can see you.
Who would use her magic to punish people whenever they did something she didn't want them to do. Now, this witch was always promoting her business in the marketplace, but she was doing it without Mendoza media marketing. She was just saying, fabrics for sale, fruits and vegetables for sale. And when no one would buy anything, she would zap them with the spell that would make all the teeth fall out. Well, one day, some children were playing too close to her vending stand, and they knocked over the one sign that she had. She should have had some digital marketing by Mendoza media marketing, but all she did what she could with what she had. When they knocked over her sign, they knocked over the vegetables that were behind it, and the witch was angry. So she zapped them with the spell that turned them all into chickens. Now, these weren't any ordinary children. These were the king's children. And the king was so angry that he ordered his best soldiers to capture the witch, to bring her before him, to change his children back into people. But the witch wasn't having it. She escaped, and before she left the land, she zapped the entire land with the spell that said, anyone that says the number that comes after 4 and before 6, you're going to freeze like a stone forever. Now, in the forest next to the village, Anansi the spider lived, and he spent most of his days hiding in the tree from the guinea fowl, who was always trying to eat him. Well, when he heard the witch's spell, he thought this would be a great way to trick Miss Guinea Fowl into freezing like stone, so she would never try to gobble him up again. So, as soon as Miss Guinea Fowl came into sight, he said, whoa, hello, my friend. Can you help me? I only have 8 legs, but I need to count to 10. So Miss Guinea Fowl, the bird, looked up into the tree. She shook her feathers and scratched the ground and said, okay, Mr. Anansi, I'll see what I can do. You count to 10 by going 1, 2, 3, 4, the next number, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anansi said, that's not how you count to 10. Back it up and try it again. So Miss Guinea Fowl said, okay, Mr. Anansi, I'll see what I can do. You count to 10 by going 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Well, this went on for hours and hours, and Miss Guinea Fowl would never say that number that comes after 4 and before 6. So Anansi got so mad that he spun a web and came out of the tree. He landed right in front of Miss Guinea Fowl and said, step aside, you crazy bird. I'm going to show you how to count to 10. You count like 1. If you look at Maria and Philip, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he froze like stone. And Miss Guinea Fowl the bird looked down on the ground. She shook her feathers and said, thank you for this food I'm about to receive. Oh, shake. And she gobbled him up again, and he was never seen again. That's what happens to people like Anansi who lose their cool and stop thinking about what they're doing. But that's also what happens when people don't use Mendoza media marketing to promote their business well. And that was the end of that.
Let's bring Mendoza Media Marketing Services in so she can let us know how she might have been able to help. Good morning. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, guys. I love that story. That was cute. Yeah, me laughing back here.
I'm glad you were enjoying it because everybody's in the audience chanting, hey, Philip, that's Wally. And of course, Philip, our favorite moderator next to Gail at night, of course, because she's letting everybody know to like this. Philip is talking to everyone. He greets everyone as they come in. Now, we do have lots of people listening. Crafty Mom Creations, they're already putting in hashtag the home team. And of course, she's in Florida watching.
Nice.
You can help her all the way from where you are to where she is because your digital services or your media marketing services are digitally promoted, and you can help us that way. So Sandra living a full life, you can help her. Absolutely. As well as my Renaissance grandma. Now this lady,
Buckner.
Vanessa Buckner. She's a business lady, right? Now this is
nice.
She has so many different seasonings, and of course, we use them, we eat them, we order them from Etsy. But we have a lot of business people watching. So TWP Popcorn is a business guy, as well as Thelma Hairston. We see you in there.
Hey, Auntie.
Hey, Thelma. You gotta say it like Killmonger said in Black Panther. Hey, Auntie.
Hey, Auntie.
So tell us, because Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters and TWP Popcorn, they're all trying to figure out, okay, if we have media marketing services for our businesses, how is this going to help us, right? So, of course, in that story of Nancy the Spider, it might have helped if...
Well, the witch, all she had was a sign next to her marketing stand, and she was having to hawk her wares by calling out to the marketplace. But that's kind of like that Field of Dreams type of mentality. If you build it, they should just come. And that's what you're going to help debunk that myth today when we talk about design dynamics.
So tell us, Shauna Charles is listening, saying good morning, awesome storytelling.
That's my mom. Hey, Mom.
Hey.
So tell us, what's the difference in just having a sign up and what you do?
Absolutely. And so in your story, you had the witch who was setting up her own marketing things and at the same time running her stand, and things got knocked over. Now she got to turn from her stand and focus on this. That the whole goal of Mendoza Media Services is to be here so that you don't have to worry about promoting your business. If that stand falls down, if your website goes down, you're not scrambling and you're not stepping away from the business to come put this fire out. Mendoza Media Services is here to be in your corner to handle these things, as well as keeping you up in front of your target audience, but then, continuing to just throw things out there and bring in more folks to your stand.
So wait a minute, because Chelsea's listening and you're like, okay, and also Rich Mendoza.
Hey, that's my hubby. That man better put a shirt on. He's out here for the world to see.
Okay, we'll get off of this icon. Okay, so if Chelsea is listening and
flex on them, Rich, flex on them. Incredible Rich.
Yeah.
You're saying that Chelsea is throwing stuff out there so that GT Junior grows it. He's all the way in Alaska. That means he can pick up whatever Chelsea's putting down wherever she's located, and the same with Gail at Night. Now, Gail is dropping all of your links, so she's kind of doing what you're saying right now. Sure, MendozaMediaServices.com is in the video description. However, she's like, hey, I'm putting it into the chat. So those of you that are live right now, you get the bonus of just clicking that right now. Is that what your media service is? Because Uncle G is listening, Audacity Dawning.
Absolutely. Yes. How you guys are right now handling the marketing in the background for me. This is what I would do for my clients if they had live events, in-person events. I just came back from Florida. I was in New York with another client. We would
wait,
doing that.
Yeah. Stop.
You getting flued out?
Yeah.
and Rich don't know about this?
Of course he knows.
Okay, Rich, I'll make sure your woman getting flued out is that you knew about it.
Yes, because let me tell you, Patricia is listening in from South Africa. So Patricia's so Patricia's like, oh, okay, so whatever Patricia's putting down, we can pick up. If she's using, let's say Patricia goes to your website and she says, hey, actually, that's how I found out about it. I went to your website, Mendoza Media. MendozaMediaServices.com. And then there's a link right there. Of course, you got to flex on the folks, right? Because for you got this button, get in touch. We can do that. Or whatever's coming up. This is something that you provide for other people so that you can add banners to their websites. I know that you also help with their social spaces, because a lot of us aren't going to websites. We're looking at how do I, like Melissa Jane, she does a lot of retirement series and whatnot. She's trying to get the information out to people on how to budget, how to retire comfortably. And, I'm sure she wants to get flued out too, right? Like Junior says. So, or she might fly you out because Melissa's already retired. So she might be that person to fly you out.
Yeah. Wherever her hometown, wherever her home base is, I will go there to help you reach your target audience.
So Thurman Hines,
Hey, Pastor Hines.
All right.
Okay. So, wait. We got to stop talking about getting flued out because the pastor might not know about that type of life. Okay. Let's calm down. Calm down.
Momentum Lifestyle Ministries in the house. Yeah.
Amen. Crafty Mom Creations, like, I need your email. I need some real help. Laugh out loud. I'd like your thoughts on my thoughts. So
Now,
do you help with that? Oh, go ahead,
I
Corey.
was gonna say, just so that you know, guys, you watched yesterday. We had Alexis from Nolani Sewing Studio on. Sharina, Mendoza Media Services, designed her wonderful website. So you go back and click on the link for Nolani Sewing Studio. You'll go to that website, and that's designed by Sharina Mendoza.
Yes, you get a little taste of the work that we produce, and her website is doing really, really well. I've helped her go from just having a website, just having a presence, to now actually a fully engaged and functional website. I think that's also another point to bring out about building your website. You need it to be functional and to work for your business. Now she's able to take and book clients and consultations, paid consultations, through her website. So now her website is generating money for her.
Okay, so it looks like yours is too, because like you're telling us, you do social media management, web design updates. And wait, you said it is making money for you. Like, this isn't just a hobby. Cybersecurity Professor Black Ops. He's the person that would, keep your stuff safe. So that way, that's important too. It is, right? So this way,
just don't let him handle your payroll.
Oh no!
You know what? Look, there's a story. He always has the best stories. Professor Black Ops, when he first started, way back when, he did delete everybody's payroll, but he got it fixed. They got paid on time. Yes. So we mentioned getting flued out. Because you get flued out, your clients will fly you to wherever, and you'll help them. And it says, "Wow, I'm trying to get flued out too, first class preferably." Well, guess who else knows about getting flued out? Guess who else knows about getting flued out?
Let me guess.
Pastor who?
Pastor.
Talking about, hey, I know about it. Yes.
That's how you get flued out. But you get flued out from revival.
Right. He getting flued out for revival. So
yeah, you get flued out for anything else. First lady gonna make you go sailing through.
Stop before we get a strike. Anyways, okay. So it is an English spiritual. The point we're trying to make here is your media services. You're helping people to make money. You're not just making cute websites. Yours is effective. What were you drinking just now? Because I know you love coffee.
Oh yes, I do love the coffee. The coffee is the theme. Coffee is life. I don't need Google. My father know everything. So I just call my daddy up above. And then my actual daddy too, because he got me this. He got me this bag.
So oh, that's nice.
So guys, just so you know, that's a sneak peek into what Sharina is doing with her business, because we talk about multiple streams, managing multiple streams. She also has coffee merch on her site, and you guys get to weigh in on some slogans for her coffee merch if you stick and stay throughout the day.
So here's the thing, whatchamacallit, we'll be right back. Nikki Corey, the everyday life. Yes, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. She says she'll be right back. She's listening in because a lot of people, they want to pick up what you're putting down, right? So of course, this is where, like you're saying, you have coffee things on your site, which means that's a part of the second giveaway. Right now, y'all, coffee lovers, it says right there, Coffee Lovers Unite, coffee and more, right there on her site. And you can even get 10% off on your first purchase. So head on over there, see what's popping, as TWP would say. It's a great place to be. But if we need your media services, we can have a digital presence that will actually bring us in some finances, because we don't want to just have a nice website for kicks or for fun.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes people think of their website as their digital business card. It can do so much more for you. You can run courses, online courses through your website. You don't need to go through a separate platform to do that. You can do it right within the types of websites that I build, which I build my sites on the Wix platform. I'm a Wix partner. I've been a Wix partner and lifelong Wixer for at least a decade or so now.
Wix is amazing because I do have a Wix website. Now, Ism is in Arizona, right? And
hey, Ism.
Yes, Barking Mad Ism. Now, in his day job, he's running a construction company and he's doing all those things. So if he's like, I need to make sure that I can teach the people in my business how to do a certain thing, he might be able to build.
That's a great way to use it.
Okay. All right.
A great way to use the platform.
So
And
now
even
that
for him, for his website to be more functional for him, I would I would sync my calendar. You can very easily sync your Google Calendar to your website so that customers who want you to come and give them an estimate can be synced right on your website, managed completely through your website. You'll block off or you'll open up what times are available, the only times you want to go on appointments for your day, so you're not double booking or anything like that. All of those details can be worked out on your site. And that's just one example of how I can make sure that your site is functional, not just a digital business card.
You know what? This is good stuff. Gail at Night is dropping all your links for Instagram and everywhere. TWP
Thanks, Gail. She's on it.
She's a fantastic moderator. We have a wonderful team here, and Patricia is like, you can't see the emoji, but it's the clapping one. She's clapping this all up. And look, you know what? Wally says y'all can get a website for free if you look in the right places. Now, Wix does offer free options. You're a Wix partner.
Absolutely. So they have free templates. Yeah, they have free templates to get you started. But of course, that's just getting you started. You're going to need to customize to explain your specific product, adding your own pictures. But I do believe that it does take some consulting with someone who has some formal branding experience so that it looks still professional.
Nice. Well, you know what? Crafty Mom Creation says, I just visited your site. I emailed you. She's
yay!
Yeah,
come on, Crafty Moms. I'm looking forward to speaking with you after this, honestly.
Yeah, well, you know what? I see here on your website, it says run the business, we'll promote it. So you do have month-to-month marketing plans, which means that you help people on a monthly basis make sure that their business is running. It's not a situation where you just get it set up and then you leave us. You kind of handhold the situation.
Nope. And you're paying for me to work. And I'm just not here to just take your money, get you on a contract and just take your money for the rest of the year.
Nice.
Not what I'm in the business to do.
Good. Thank you for that. TWP Popcorn says, oh yeah, the Google Calendar video. Y'all did that video because he said, I synced it. The one that we did, Corey. We talked about, talked about integrating that. You know, Prepper 101 is listening as well. Hey there, always good to see you here. And Crafty Mom Creation says, that's awesome stuff. It's actually what I needed. It's what so many of us need. We're going to ignore Wally. He's in there hamming it up, having such a great time. But everybody is putting in.
Hashtag the home team for that first place pony drawing.
Yes, everybody except Wally. Wally never joins the races or the games unless there's a really good giveaway. And I know that your web today, we're going to be helping you with something about coffee and your
slogan. Yes. Slogan.
And also the winner gets to decide whether Pastor Hines does the James Brown split or does he do the moonwalk on the altar next time he starts hooping in church.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Now here's the thing. Pastor Hines, I do his video production for him. So whatever you guys decide on that, I will hold him to it. In his next video, he's doing some splits or
the moonwalk. He got to do the moonwalk across the
moonwalk. I will hold him to it.
Well, we got to get this show started. And like I said, so we thank you for dropping in. We're going to bring you back very soon, but we're going to get you backstage. That way you can get some computerized coffee and some computerized crepes and some virtual, whatever else virtual you can get. And you can virtually see Rich with his show.
Why is Pastor Hines in there laughing? You know what? He's gonna do it too. And Nikki just put the kids down. She runs a home-based childcare business. That might be something else to look at helping her with.
Yes, I have a client who runs a childcare business, and they just went from over the last 10 years from opening their doors at a church. One kid is in there running it all day, every day. So now they have over 100 children in a 16,000 square foot building.
Wow.
I'm based in Virginia, in Norfolk, Virginia. So I would love to just share that. So wait a minute.
Knowledge. You manage their website.
Yes.
So that
Blue Ribbon Results Academy.
It's called what?
Blue Ribbon Results Academy.
Right, and
that's where you're actually doing the podcasting curriculum course with those young people, right?
Yes. They just released their first Virginia Department of Education approved preschool curriculum. And it is a Christian preschool. And so from that, they also have what they call the Amazed curriculum that I'm also helping them produce and release for your children's ministry, your Sunday classes for kids. They're also producing a curriculum on that for that too.
You know what, Corey? Our internet
there
wasn't
goes.
working. But
oh no.
Pastor Hines, it's fine now. Pastor Hines said you got it, Corey. So just know that we're gonna hold him up because Philip says, "Let me find out." Pastor got the getting the hot tub remix. So anyway, Sharina, this is great. You're gonna explain to us about creating courses because for some of us, we're like, our website is fine, but we want to scale. So later, you're going to talk to us about creating courses. You're also going to just touch on a whole lot of different things that you've been explaining today about marketing, giving us some tips. So you all get your questions ready, Sharina.
Yes, please.
Those
I love questions.
Wonderful. You'll be answering those questions. So we'll see you soon once she goes back and eats some virtual vino. What she got today?
She got computerized coffee.
I got computerized coffee.
A virtual veggie tray.
We'll see you soon, okay?
As long as it's gluten-free, then I'm good.
All right.
We got you. All right.
All right. Well, let's go. Let's start the show with our real talk with Topic Design intro.
It's another episode of A Blind Guy.
His wife.
I'm Corey, the blind guy.
I'm his wife, Laquita Marie.
Together, we let you into our life live every hump day. Bang, bang, to Friday.
You can't do that, Corey. The pastor watching.
Well, I mean, okay.
And you know, everybody's in here cutting up.
Here, hold this.
Hold your coffee.
Every hump day. Bang, bang, to Friday. That's Wednesday.
Thursday.
Friday, yeah.
11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And on this live talk show, we focus on everything.
Why isn't laughing at you, Corey? We're into health, business, and wealth.
And today we do that by introducing you to fabulous tools and products that we come across in our life, and great guests like today's guest, who you've already spent some time with, Miss Sharina Mendoza of Mendoza Media Services. Now,
you got the whole audience banging. Prepper 101, Wiley.
Now, with that being said, we're going to spend the best 1 hour of your day on this broadcast. We got two great giveaways, including helping to name pick a slogan for some coffee merch that's designed by Mendoza Media Services.
So we're going to bring her in soon to do First Place Pony, because that's a part of this talk show where if you haven't already put in hashtag the home team, make sure you do so. If you haven't already given it a thumbs up, make sure you do so. Lord, even the pastor banging.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
So anyways, and Philip and Nikki, Thug Nikki, are in there having a great time in the chat. Y'all, if you're watching this on the replay, have a good time with us. Definitely visit blindguyhiswife.com. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen, that is where we have lots of games for extended education. But you know, this is not a Wix website. Today's guest is going to tell us all of the things about not just Wix, but how you can really make your digital space engaging and monetarily advantageous. In other words, you're going to make it rain. That's what she's here to help us do. Get cash in hand.
And Laquita, you were sharing some video content the other day where people have to realize they got to treat their digital space like real estate.
That's
you
it.
Can't let your house, you can't just build a house and just let it sit there. You got to put some flowers around it. You got to make it appealing and inviting, especially if you're trying to sell that house or put it on the market. You got
like Richmond, he's listening in. He knows a little bit about that. Welcome in, Richmond. Good to see you.
So today, Sharina Mendoza is going to show you how to increase and enhance the beauty of your digital real estate so it's more functional and people are actually driving traffic to your digital spaces.
Well, let's bring her in because, you know, Gail at Night is dropping a link to one of our digital spaces right there on our website. Now, she has the link for our past library, which is currently, she has the Gumroad link. That's one place where they're housed. Of course, if you just go to our website, you can always go to the home page. You can go to the broadcast page to give us feedback, but past library, instead of going to the homepage, right there's a past library, edutainment, and arcade. So there are games there and everything. So you can join and get a membership. Thanks for that, Gail.
And while you're there on blindguyhiswife.com, don't forget to click the green coffee cup So she can say,
"What you doing?"
I can say, "Girl, you know what I'm doing. I'm fitting to do it like Pastor Hansen, stirring up a communion cup. I'm stir it like communion.
Yes, that would be on the home screen where you would find how to join the home team. If you'd like to become a sponsor or just to donate to our cause, help this broadcast keep going strong. Speaking of going strong, Corey, we look like we're glitching and moving in slow motion, but hey, hopefully we're still here. Gale at Night has dropped the information on how they can start their coffee page. And that way, the platform buys them a coffee. It buys us a coffee when they start from ours. On our page, if you click the green coffee cup, it does open a widget. That way, you can always support the stream. 1 coffee, 3 coffees, 5 coffees. Corey has not been able to see. Corey's eyes don't work for over 25 years. So we always put that in as an example. Leave your name, say something nice, the same way so many others have. Garden State Gardener, Sandra Green, Sheila Ingram, or Bravo with Sheila. Ladies, let's chat. Next Gen Investor TV. Join the home team, you all. Let's get her in here, Corey.
All right. While we're getting ready for the first place pony, make sure that you hashtag the home team. Again, hashtag the home team.
Oh my goodness. We were glitching because Philip said it looked like Corey was pop locking in the Matrix. Let's get Sharina in here.
All right, Sharina.
Welcome back.
Hey, glad to be back.
Yeah, we've been talking to you about all the wonderful things that you do for your media services company, Mendoza Media Services. And we want to talk to you right now about design dynamics, because there's the popular baseball movie, if you build it, they will come. The Field of Dreams. That's not
now. Wait, we don't want to build anything. You know, it's hurricane season, y'all. I'm glad Crafty Mom Free. She says Hurricane Ian is moving on, but they lost power for about an hour. So that's a good thing. Hope everybody's safe wherever you are now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So glad you're doing all right, Crafty Mom.
And Crafty Mom, make sure that
and you know Wally's in Florida too.
Wally's just glad that the hurricane didn't bring in okra his way. But
he does not like okra. So go ahead, Corey.
So with that, again, it's not a field of dreams where if you just create a website and then whoop, there it is, and then just come to your. What is it that makes for a dynamic design when it comes to your website and your social media places?
All right. Well, a dynamic design meaning, number one, you've got to make sure that your website is built for a mobile platform. Almost 75% of traffic, online traffic, every single day is through a mobile device, whether that's a cell phone where you got a real estate of about, 4, 5+ inches or so. Not unless you got a flip phone still.
Corey does.
Don't hate. Don't hate on the Flipposauruses, because I still got one.
But you know, wait, let me say this. You got even smaller real estate.
Well, I will say this though. Corey has a flip phone because he can't see. The flip phones are the ones that still have the buttons that he can feel. Corey's pretty basic. He's like, I use my computer. I don't want to be attached all the time. He just needs his phone when he's making phone calls. But he's an anomaly. Like there are only a few people with just a flip phone, which is why you're saying make sure your site is set up for mobile viewing. And
and your regular laptop or desktop screen, which again, the real estate is just so much bigger, so you can add more content. And when you transfer that to a mobile site, I always recommend clients building a separate site and separate amount of content for mobile so that your messaging is not overwhelming to someone when they look at it on a screen that's 5 inches wide versus a screen 13+ inches wide.
When you say your message is not overwhelming, can you explain that a little bit?
Sure. So, of course,
the reason why Corey is asking you to explain it, because Coach Mary Ma is from Cameroon, right? She's here in the States, but she's a coach. And she, coaches, they give a lot of information. I know you're going to help us with courses, but she wants to make sure she's not overwhelming the people. Now, Doug, the number one thug. Doug, the number one thug. He's a firearms instructor. And so this is where he tells us so many things when we're in person, when Corey's training with him at the range or whatever. But if he's going to put things...
Corey, you got a firearm.
Well, look, Corey goes to the range. Let's just say that. We won't confirm or deny.
Doug can actually testify on my behalf that he said, if anything makes a noise in front of me that shouldn't belong in my house, it's gone because I'm pretty hot in my first 3 or 4 shots.
Right.
Oh man.
So what we're saying is that these are people that have a lot of information to give. Now, keep in mind, Corey's not reading the comments because he cannot see. So Philip
Read
is
the
trying to mess up your
comments
check.
3 times. He said, I gotta say, read the comments 3 times, Corey.
Don't pay him any mind. So this is the reason why we want you to tell us about, how are we overwhelming the audience sometimes? Because Ism would still have his flip phone, from back in the day, because if it didn't cost him more. So how does this work right now? How do we overwhelm people? Go ahead.
Sure. Well, you want to be clear about what your message is, aka what do you want your target audience to do? What's the action you want them to take by the time they're done perusing your site? And FYI, on average, people spend less than a minute, seconds even, deciding whether or not you're going to answer their question. So
wait, what do you mean? You mean like if they come to our site and they say, oh, okay, I see here, this is, Mendoza Media Services, right? So once they get there, they want to just take a quick second to just scroll around. And if they don't see what they want to see in that first 60 seconds,
then they're gone.
So this is your site.
Unfortunately, people still judge a book by its cover and just how that cover looks. They'll be quick to pass judgment and move on to the next. So it's very important that you're structuring your content to give them the answers to their question in the quickest way possible.
So I noticed that your site, this is what you have. Like, okay, sure, at the top, digital marketing services that will help grow your business. You do have the live show listed there today. So that way they can just come right here and get the answers from you. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And that'll change. You want your and again, you don't want to just set it and forget it. You want your content to be dynamic and always changing as well. Give something for those Google bots, search engine bots to go and grab and promote. They want new, fresh content to be promoted. And that's how they get their authority and draw more traffic as well. Because there's different search engines out there, while Google being probably the most popular and the number one. But you can also just go to Yahoo. You can also go to Bing. You can also, there's other different platforms out there. But the way that they stay number one is because they deliver, when you type into the search bar, the most relevant choices. And these are bots that is searching information based on some algorithms out there. Nice. So those websites that have very concisely worded content to answer specific questions, those are the ones that are going to get shown to your audience.
Nice. So Hilma Israel is not a bot. That's why she's talking back and forth to everyone, and she's enjoying this content as well. Yay. So this is good because everybody's listening in. Of course, Wally and Philip are going back and forth, having a great time talking about this storm and everything else. But
and their flip phones.
Yes. So here's the thing: whether or not there's a storm, this is where people still have their mobile devices wherever they're going, right? And any other pointers that you want to tell us as far as, with all of these designs? Because, of course, Crafty Mom Creations is weathering the storm, but she did say she's grateful for this channel. There's so much information. So give us something good.
Yeah. So in addition to building a dynamic website, I also wanted to say with the content, you want to build a comprehensive marketing plan. So that could include your social media presence. Number one, you want to be consistent with your social media presence. You want to run digital ads somewhere in the mix. Depending on what your budget is, there's an ad campaign out there for you. You also want to make sure that the content that you have on your website is SEO enhanced. So we're looking at our keywords. We're throwing marketing out there. We're saying digital. You're intentional about what content that you're putting out there. And of course, what I do is I also provide, I'd like to say, concierge style marketing. So if you have a question, I have packages on my website, but everything that I do is custom to you and your business goals and how to reach your target audience. So, I do an analysis and I bring you on board, and it's a whole fun process in deep diving into your specific goals and how to reach your campaigns. Provide results in your campaigns. My doggy he's restless now.
It's okay. It's
bringing
fine.
His toys.
Yeah, because Wally is saying, Philip better keep a smartphone home and a flip phone on the go. So this way we can always, like you're saying, have what we need in order to reach everybody. I do like all the services that you're offering here. It's good stuff. There's
Oh
no
yeah.
end. So the design dynamics, like you're saying, you help people with so many different things. It's not a set it and forget it. So that way you're on the journey with us and we can
Mm-hmm.
continue to grow, scale, and increase our income. So that way our health, business, and wealth overall it improves.
So speaking of health, business, and wealth, people got to be in shape to run this first place pony derby. So we're about to do the first place pony derby, and Sharina, you're gonna help out. When I say
Yes.
bring, when I make the gate sound bring, you're gonna say and they're off. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So good news, Corey. TWP Popcorn is listening. He says definitely his strategy. When she said SEO, he's search engine optimization. He said keywords for getting found in the searches. So
Very
you help
important.
with all of that.
Yep. I'll sit down and look at what your offerings are, your services, products are, and then I'll do an analysis to kind of guide you to what are the ideal keywords that you should be, based on your budget, that you should kind of go after and get the best bang for your buck.
Nice. Well, my Renaissance grandma has it in there. Hashtag the home team, and Philip is bigging you up. Sharina's hitting us with them nuggets early. All right. Why she got the boxing going on? Let's go for it, Corey.
Again, when I say bring, you're gonna say and they're off. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And wait, we got to remember to talk about security because Wally said that phase of the day, security is at an all-time high. Yes. We need, so I want to hear about that because, Wix does have a lot of good security features on their sites. But anyway, she'll tell us about that later. She's a Wix partner, which means she's better than just like a Wix website designer, just an average person. So let's go for it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another run of the Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life Live. First place pony derby. All the jockeys are mounted and behind the gates ready to ride. Sharina, what does everybody say after Pastor Hines says amen at benediction?
And they're off.
All right. So now we have Doug, the number one Doug, Coach Mary Mom, my Renaissance Grandma, Crafty Mom Creations, Melissa Jane, the Everyday Life, Even No CGS Chick, Sandra Living a Full Life, Sandra, Coach Mary Mom, TWP Popcorn.
TWP Popcorn, because the link dropped, and we gotta add another question to our YouTube content creator game on in our arcade. So congratulations to TWP Popcorn.
Absolutely. Can you please congratulate him?
Yes. Welcome. Congratulations, TWP Popcorn. You have won.
First place pony.
First place pony.
So definitely. And that means that he is a content creator. He has an Amazon store. He has a Buy Me a Coffee page. And Buy Me a Coffee is like a separate website. It's like a tip jar, a virtual tip jar. And you can use it like a separate website or like an info page because you can do posts from there, all sorts of things. And he is doing so much with all of his platforms. So TWP, everybody's congratulating him. Richmond, Coach Mary Ma, Crafty Mom Creations. Look at Philip. It's some popcorn in the house. You got it twice. It's some popcorn in the house. Thank you, Gail at Night, for dropping his link there. And of course, the Everyday Life of an OCD's Chick is in there. Oh, Pastor Hines says, amen. That's what I'm talking about. And so Philip is enjoying your sound effects. We appreciate this. Go ahead and take a sip of your coffee because
take a coffee break.
Yes, so that means that we're going to give you a short break. We love the cup. Can tell us again what that cup says so that way the audience can see it? Because I know you have coffee items on your site. Go ahead.
So this one is, I don't need Google. My Father knows everything. And it has a double meaning for me. One, from my Father up above, who has blessed me with the experience and the knowledge that I have. And then two, my daddy gave me that cup.
Oh, so sweet. So
I'm a daddy's girl.
Yes.
But yes.
All right. Well, this is good stuff.
Wet your whistle with a nice sip of hot coffee, and we're gonna take a coffee break to thank our sponsors.
Yes, we'll see you soon.
All right.
All right, Corey. Everybody's still congratulating TWP for winning first place pony, and of course, since TWP Popcorn won, Everyday Life of an OCD is chick. So my pass the butter, Philip.
Uh,
And why does TWP Popcorn have it in there? Got the butter and everything. How do we thank our sponsors, Corey?
Guys, this episode of Blind Guy,
His wife.
Your Life Live, is brought to you because of you, our home team, showing up and making it happen. And part of our home team, if you want to really go beyond just being part of the home team and you want to really get down with the home team, definitely do what some of our home team members did. Become a sponsor. Go to blindguyhiswife.com and you can become a sponsor. And so that way we can say, this episode of A Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life is brought to you in part by promotional considerations paid for by the following unmuted sponsors.
Unmuted sponsors, here they are.
Supreme sponsors, David and Christine Brooks. Supreme sponsor, Dr. Linda Bailey Hayden of Elizabeth City State University. Supreme sponsor, JBWR. Check out his YouTube channel. Supreme sponsor, Cardio Conversation. Supreme sponsor, Sandra Green.
Well, now unmute.
You or your company can become a sponsor. Visit blindguyhiswife.com. All right. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors for choosing us and helping us to make sure that we continue to get all this great information out to you out there in digital land.
Now, y'all know today is a great day. We're giving you all the answers on how to upgrade your health, business, and wealth. Of course, we do have our plant-based treat at the end of the show. That means that's going to help you upgrade your health, where we encourage you to eat more fruits and vegetables at every single meal. But today, right now, for your business and your wealth, we got Mendoza Media Services. Y'all have already been listening in. She's giving us so much value on how you can improve your digital places. So, of course, Gail is already dropping all of her links right along with some of our sponsors. JBWR just dropped a video today as well.
JBWR.
Yes. And so, Corey, why don't you go ahead and give an official introduction so that we can get Mendoza Media Services back in here.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on this episode of A Blind Guy,
His Wife,
Their Life Live, here for you every Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday at
11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Introducing you to fabulous guests to help you to change your narrative of normal about health,
business,
and wealth. Today's fabulous guest is no exception to the fabulous guest rules. And I'm going to do my fancy intro, and Pastor Hines, this one is for you. I say Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life home team. Today's special guest. When the Lord dropped those stone tablets down on Moses, she was the one that created the design. And when they said, give me a sign, they didn't ask for thunder and lightning or burning bush. They called for Mendoza Media Marketing. When Jonah got swallowed by the whale, he landed on the shore and he knew he was in Nineveh because there was a sign. That sign was created by Mendoza Media Marketing. And today we are here to give you a sign to make a dynamic design of your own, to hire Mendoza Media Marketing to service all of your marketing needs. It's time for today's special guest. It's time for Sharina Mendoza.
You gotta say services.
Services.
Well,
my name is not Sharina Mendoza Services.
Oh yeah. Welcome.
Oh man, that was classic. I'm gonna have to record that and bring that back. Well, that was great. I wish I was there with the tablets. I think I could have contributed something, a little something.
They in there saying amen. Coach Mary Moss says amen. Chelsea's just laughing right along with Richmond, but he said that was fire, Corey. And Wallace says, Pastor Corey with the word. We have Everyday Life of an OCD is chicken there dancing. High glory, Philip said. They are having a good time in here. So let's get on with it because Vicky was impressed with that note. She said, "Oh, hit that note." And where's our Esther when you need her?
He got it.
So let me ask this. I keep talking about the multiple media streams, right? Or
Mhm.
I keep talking about the multiple income streams.
Mhm.
So it goes right in hand, though, with multiple media streams. So tell us how this works, because I know that on your page, for example, on your website, you
Yep.
talk about the Google My Business page. How does that bring us money? Or you say, have a dynamic website. How does that bring us money? You say, be mobile ready. How does that bring us money? How do all of these different things work out in our financial favor?
Absolutely. So they all work together, excuse me, to build your website authority. The more things that you have connected in the web of media to your site, the more authoritative your site is to Google. The more, these are kind of like Google's recommendations, like your Google reviews. The more reviews that you have, the more places that your business website is listed with the correct
Mm.
information for the listing. Okay, that's another something that you want to be on top of. Your listings that you have up there, your listing on Yelp and all of these free search directories. You want to make sure your listing is correct, because when they see conflict in that
Oh,
information, that's taking you down a notch. Like, they don't believe that you are who you are, because again, these are bots. They're not
so
actually humans paying attention to these things and fact checking. These are your fact checks. So the more places that you are, the more authoritative score that you'll get, and then the more that these you'll show up in the search results.
So let me ask this, just to clarify, if I have this right. What you're saying is that if we are on, let's just say that's your Instagram, that your Gail at Night is dropping your website, right?
Yes.
And then she's also dropping your Facebook page. And
Mm-hmm.
then she's also dropping your Instagram page, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all of these, they should line up. So this way, no matter what, Google is the one that's fact checking, or the Google robots, the AI, the intelligence, right?
Yep.
That's the ones that's checking, and that's the one that's helping you climb higher and higher. So when we do a search, you land on that front page.
Yes.
However, what you're also saying, how does that, okay, so how does that then tie in to your Google My Business page? Does that also help?
Yes,
Mm.
absolutely. Especially if you have a brick and mortar business.
Okay. When I
Your
Google you, you just show up. And so tell us about this example from you, because it says here, I don't see an address. And you said, especially when you have but you don't even have a brick and mortar listed.
I don't, but
You
you
just
see
show
the
your,
map, you see that map picture right there? I do
yes.
have my settings set up so that if you are local to this area, I'll show up even more so to my local community.
Got it. So that
Mm-hmm.
means that we don't have to have a brick and mortar. We can just, this Google My Business page right here, you populated all of this information so that when we click website, it should take us to your website. And that's what the bots are also checking.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we can call you. But that's also this information. This is stuff that you help people do. So if we're confused by this, go ahead and finish telling us how this ties in and how you can help us with this sort of thing.
Absolutely. Send me an email like what is her mom? Crafty Moms did. Already got me locked in. I'll be speaking with her later on today. But I can definitely go ahead and analyze what you do have going on and make sure things are set up, because I understand that the path to marketing, it's not usually a one-shot deal. You work with different people as you in your sphere and people that you know. So things
Right.
may have been set up by somebody else and now you're no longer working with them. And then it's just this thing that's just out there about your business that it may not be up to date. If it's still out there just floating around in the intraweb, you've got to rein it in and make sure that everything is sinking in, because again, all of these things combined boost your value and your credibility to your target audience. Have you ever been to a website or a page and it just looked kind of like, I don't know if this is current?
Well, you know what?
Ask
Definitely,
yourself
because
that question, and then you don't move forward.
yeah, Matrell on a mission, she's one of those people, like you're saying, she has a lot of different things happening. Whereas she has her website, and she's like you, she's in design, where she designs her own websites on WordPress. So she has a history in IT. Yes. And so she has a lot of those similar things that you're saying. Let me make sure my Instagram is branded like my website and it's saying the same thing as my Google page and all of those things. So
Yep.
this way, it's all there. So what you're saying is yes, be seamless. And if you need help being seamless, then you can help. Mendoza Media Services is there, and that's what gets us to those multiple media streams, multiple streams of income.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you be strategic about it. How can your website make you money? It can make you money by selling courses. It can make you money by selling a product. It can make you money by selling a service. It can make you money by letting people book consultations with you, that lead generation. So there's several ways that your website can make you money. It all depends on what your goals are for your business.
This is good. You know what? We're getting to the top of the hour because this is just a 1 hour show and you're giving us so much information. Gail is reminding everybody to please be sure to click the like button. And Philip is sending us into our final talking point because he's like, remember, Wix is not to be Wick is not to be confused with Wick. WIK. Not
First off, it's Wix.
So you're talking about WIX, right?
Yes, Wix platform.
So everybody, make sure you hashtag Mendoza Media Services. That's the final hashtag.
If that's Mendoza with a Z.
It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. MENDOZA Media Services. And so this way we won't go 1 hour and 15 minutes over because we want to hear about creating courses. You said we can do that on Wix. You've shown us that you can do that because you created not just the website, but you also created the curriculum.
And I have 2 curriculums on my site now. If you go to
I'm going to head over there.
Services.com. This is a separate curriculum. This is a curriculum I created for Blue Ribbon Results Academy, and it's a children's podcasting because I have a background in radio. In my former life, I was a DJ, radio DJ Dynasty. And I was on air at Norfolk State, WNSB, and several other different stations. But what I've done now is taken that experience and that information and created a way for children to have a voice and create age-appropriate content for themselves. The whole goal is for it to be a for us, by us children's 24-hour children's programming. And I'm doing that now, and I'm teaching it in the summers for ages 6 through 12 at Blue Ribbon Results Academy. But also, if you wanted to create a digital course on my website, you can go ahead and sign up, and I'll give you an example of how that course could look and feel. If you go to mendozamediaservices.com/courses.
Okay, I'm going to head over there so everybody can see because,
Thank you,
Mitrell says, she says you have a great radio voice. So,
and you know what, with that, people often think and ask me if I can sing. No, it doesn't translate into a great singing voice. FYI.
Oh, goodness. You know what? Look at TWP talking about Wick got the juice. Remember we used to get all the juice on Wick?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a whole nother. Anyways, this is going to be a 1 hour show. Y'all put in hashtag Mendoza Media Services. It's not going to be any longer than that. And you dropping your coffee cup?
I caught it though.
All right. Look at Wallace.
Look, and as we transition, so we had the caffeine in the morning. Now it's time to transition into our water for our health nugget of the day. Drink your gallon of water.
Her Norfolk State, she's got her Norfolk State water bottle too, Corey. Mendoza Media Services. Thank you, Mitrell, on the mission. So I'm going to head over to your website, Mendoza Media Services.
.com/
Why can't I say it?
I don't know. It's a mouthful. I know.
/courses. Here we go.
So go ahead. These are 2 free courses that I'm offering, but go ahead and sign up for one of them. They're self-paced courses, but in the back end of things, we can recreate this for your specific content or course that you want to create. I'll help you create it. Your specific topic. And it can be a paid course. It could be a live course that you do. There's all of these different features and settings that we can build right within your own site. So you're not having to go and get another subscription to something else. Okay, this is all included in your site.
In other words, if Marlene Grant, because she's like, this is awesome, right?
Hey, Marlene, that's my cousin.
Hey, Marlene Grant or Jennifer Brooks, they're like, great job, Sharina.
Hey, auntie.
Hey, auntie.
Yeah, so if they have something to teach, or if you're David Hunt, right? Because David Hunt is in
Auntie,
here.
why?
And so if David Hunt wants to act, now he's a musician. He goes
Oh,
live 3
fantastic.
days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But
Mm-hmm.
he plays a lot of different instruments. He's also going to be starting a course, and he's been looking for a platform. Like, how do I teach how to play by ear in 5 minutes a day? So you would already have to know how to play, but he was looking for a platform.
Oh yeah.
Now,
This would be a perfect platform. The Wix website, it would be a perfect platform for him.
so let me ask you this then. Do you like okra? Because this is a battle here on this channel. Okra or no okra? That is the question, David says.
Okay, so it depends. Who's making the okra?
Ah,
Who's cooking? Who's chef?
so that
Because
means,
I don't like it slimy.
okay, so you'll eat it fried.
I'll eat it fried.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it just depends. So you're like a 50% okra person. I think that means we all love you here. So back to,
Yay.
Gail, tell everybody how I like my okra, Gail.
no, don't do that. Anyways,
Do it, Gail. Do
so
it.
this right here is sort of like a template. You're showing us that, hey, we can look just like this, so that you're the one that can help us to build this out. So we can take these courses on your site for free. 7 steps to becoming an SEO expert,
Yep.
productivity crash course. We can click on join for any of those. And the information here, it tells the viewer that, this is a 5-day course. It's free. So this way, when people come to your site, they'll know the cost. They'll know how long the course will take to move through. And that can all change based on their content, right?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Now Gail at night is saying, you like your okra raw.
Really?
XDMC also saying it.
Hey, XDMC.
So what, you dip it in some like
Nah.
No, you're not even dipping it. Okay.
You can.
No ranch. No.
Lakuta makes this great plant-based ranch that non-dairy ranch that we eat.
Yeah.
But I can just take okra just right out of the garden and just start eating it.
Yeah, Motrell is team no okra, but he XDMC is saying one love to the chat and the guests. Those are some good books you have in your background.
Thank you.
He says, tell us about those degrees in your background.
Look, I just organized this just for y'all. But yes, I have my master's in media design from Full Sail University just recently. And this week, the theme week is all of your guests are from the B-Force Black Brands course that we just took on, accelerator course on the business, developing our business. Where am I? Here we go. That's our B-Force certification, which we just completed that course together. Here's my master's in media design from Full Sail University. And one of my most prized degrees that I have is Super Mom, Wonder Mom from my babies.
Nice.
But I love learning. So I have tons of business books, Business Boutique, Becoming Michelle Obama, just great inspirational things. And of course, I have my biblical books as well, because I definitely believe in having a balanced life first and foremost. His needs, her needs. If you're in a relationship, if you're married specifically, his needs, her needs, I choose us, are all such great books on really communicating and upholding God's standard in your marriage. I've been married for 10 years now.
Oh, nice. You know what? The XDMC, Nosy XDMC said that's super awesome, because he will look at your background.
Nosy.
He's nosier than me.
He has his monitor or something that he can say, is that I see that the person.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I see the person that put the swirls in your plastic. They did it on a counterclockwise rotational pattern.
But to be fair, his place of business is in design, film, and details as well.
Nice.
So he's one of those people that's a master at everything,
So he's zeroed in. Yep, on the details. All right.
But everybody's saying that, yes, Coach Mary Ma, you are the winner. Gail at night, oh, that's super nice. That's nice, super mom. And of course, Coach Mary Ma is saying, congrats, just all around congrats with all of those things. So this is wonderful, because of course, Gail at night is also listing where we can see that curriculum that you created for Blue Ribbon result.
Yes, so that is, yep. So I created the curriculum there, and then I also teach it during the summers. So if you have a child in the Norfolk, Hampton Roads area and you'd like them to come and learn about radio, technology, we also do a field trip to a local radio station. They get to be on air live in a local radio station here in the Hampton Roads area. Please, this summer, join us.
Nice. This is good stuff. Well, you know what?
Mhm.
Philip is letting us know. Yep, XDMC has an 82-inch monitor. So you can help
We
us with
got a
our course
flat
creation.
screen.
Look, that's what I'm talking about. OG Patrice is here.
Hey,
OG.
So let's get into our final hashtag. We're going to go for this giveaway. All you have to do is put in hashtag Mendoza Media Services because
if you win, you get to help choose one of 2 slogans, or was it 3, for her next to put on her coffee merch.
Go ahead and tell us the slogans, Corey, or
I'll tell you. So we have 3 different ones. We have Caffeinated Mind plus Creative Marketing. We have Caffeine plus Creativity equals Mendoza Media Marketing, or pour yourself a cup of creativity.
So that's what you get to vote on if you win. If you win, Philip Waldo Jr. If you win, Wally.
If you win.
All right. So they're putting in, Jennifer Brooks has it in there. Thanks so much. Lashes Journey, the Millionaire is in here. So Lashes, make sure you put in hashtag Mendoza Media Services like Jennifer Brooks. Of course, OG Patrice is chit-chatting with Philip, but she's about to put it in. Yeah. And so look at Philip. He's like, I'm a kid at heart. Can I go on a field trip?
Sure, you could be a chaperone.
There you go.
And you also, the great thing about this is if you win, you get the double whammy of, you get to decide whether Sharina's Pastor Thurman Hines, when he gets to his hooping session in the next message, either he's going to do a James Brown split or he's going to moonwalk across the front pew.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Let me write that down so I make sure I hold him to it.
Look at Wally. He ain't playing. Tell us the slogans once again, and this way they'll know which ones they're voting on.
Sure. We have Caffeinated Mind plus Creative Marketing. We have Caffeine and Creativity equals Mendoza Media Marketing, or pour yourself a cup of creativity.
All right. So far, so good. Look at Afro Max talking about she wants to go on a field trip too. You know what? Hey there. Good to see you, Afro Max. Well, you might win at least this decision that we're about to make. So she's saying hello to everybody in the chat. Pastor Thurman Hines is getting ready for his split or his moonwalk. And we're going to go ahead and ask you our final question while the last few people let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do the giveaway because you know what? Crafty Mom Creations and TWP Popcorn, they've got it in there. So I say let's go for it.
All right. And when she says what she's supposed to say, Queen, you're going to click the button, okay?
Okay, wait, she already knows.
What am I saying?
She'll
go?
No,
you're out to the races?
No, you'll know when I get started. It's not often that an ODU person will do this, but I'll do it for you. Behold.
The green and gold.
All right. And there got it. Coach Mary by XCMC, Jennifer Brooks, Crafty Mom Creations, TWP Popcorn, Philip Waldo Jr., Mary Matrell on a Mission, Marlene Grant, TWP Popcorn, Marlene Grant, Coach Mary Ma, Philip Waldo Jr. My brother has won.
Yeah.
David Hunt, come on. Wiley, come on. Rig.
Yes.
Betrayal, something.
This is what happens. You know, Wally's going to probably say it's good because it's a guy that won. So read to us once more. Look, because you know he's a moderator. So XDMC says, "Ha, the power of the wrench."
All right. So our the 3 different slogans that we're looking for to add to some new merch is Caffeinated Mind and Creative Marketing. Or Caffeine plus Creativity equals Mendoza Media Marketing, or pour yourself a cup of creativity. Which do you prefer?
Right, so Philip, make sure you put one of those.
And then
Mastermind Wally. I guess you can just say 1, 2, or 3.
Okay.
And then also after you put 1, 2, or 3, Philip, then put moonwalk or split.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And so, of course, David Hunt thinks it's rigged because he didn't even see his name. And Nikki's is salty. The Everyday Life of an OCD chick whose channel is now monetized.
Oh, congratulations, Nikki.
Yes. So she's agreeing with Philip. Rigged. Anyway. Look at Wally. He says, I'm Philip is like, I'm robbing all y'all. So here's the thing. Philip is going to put in which one, right?
Yep, 1, 2, or 3.
Yep.
Put moonwalk.
Oh, he put 2.
Oh,
Did I just
read
see
2
him?
to us.
2 was caffeine and creativity equals Mendoza media marketing.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
All right.
Nice. Caffeine and creativity. And you know, he's a voiceover artist. So if you ever need those services, we have him. Yep.
Ooh,
Gail has
all
dropped his
right.
link for winning. And Nikki says, congrats anyway, Philip. So we do have to ask you this final question, okay? Because, and wait, did he?
He didn't put moonwalk and split.
Yeah, you got to tell us what Pastor Hines is going to do. He'll tell us. He'll tell us. Oh, wait, he said he's got to do Michael Jackson on his toes. That's what he said.
The move. Oh, that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So get ready, Pastor Hines. Get ready. So here's the final question that we ask every guest that comes on to the show before we head into our plant-based treat segment.
Sharina Mendoza, what fruits and vegetables or whole grains have you eaten today or will you eat today?
Ooh, what will I eat today? I mean, I've only had, does bacon count as a veggie?
Yeah,
No,
right.
we're not counting bacon as a veggie. Okay.
Well, you know, I think only if you count the pig that ate the vegetables way back before.
Yeah, it was a plant-based pig.
It was a plant-based pig. And you know, I will say this, we don't want to overshadow Philip's choice. However, XDMC is a pro. This is what he does with Disney and Marvel and all of those folks. He says Cup of Creativity has a lot of potential for an animation and an ad campaign, logo, etc. So don't give up on that one.
Yeah, I like that one
too. Thank you, XDMC.
Okay. Anyways,
I like it.
Back to your
and all the professional haters.
For all the congrats to all the haters. You know what? All the professional haters. We're not just haters. Marlene's just laughing. Back to these fruits and vegetables. We try to give you some time to come up with something. Have you had any fruits and vegetables other than water? Because that don't count either.
That don't count either?
Nope. Coffee is a bean, but that was roasted and girl, that's been processed.
But what are you planning to eat for lunch today?
Yeah, you still got time the rest of the day.
Dinner.
Yeah. How about some Chipotle? Okay, here goes another question. You guys want me to have some Chipotle or Cava?
You know what? Last time I went there, it was nasty, and we got like I ain't even gonna lie.
I won't say nothing, but you said it.
Let me tell you
something. I never tried it. That's why I don't leave a review. If it's a bad review, I just don't say anything. But if you're just looking at a plant-based meal and you don't have any animal products, maybe that's what makes their food good. But we always, when we go to a new restaurant and we eat out quite a bit, we always try like 3 to 5 dishes.
Oh, okay.
Or more, you know, because there are 5 of us and we just all try them out and we trade. That day, I think we got about 3 different things.
That was the one we went to before we went to Mount Trashmore, right?
Yeah, and the kids didn't like it. We were pretending like we was like, wait, this kind of nasty. But
anytime you unscrew the top off the salt shaker, do you know
it wasn't that bad? It wasn't bad.
Well, Chipotle has a little more regular ingredients. Their ingredients are a little different.
With vegetables, because you know Philip said Chipotle's, and he also said I'm gonna switch to Cup of Creativity and pass the Bang Bang Hines moonwalking.
Yeah, I mean, so when I do go to Chipotle, I do love their whole 30 food bowls, the vegan bowls that they have. So it's very just all of the veggies that they have and no meat products. So you know, I get my avocado, all my doing a lettuce spinach base, no rice. My beans,
nice. So
corn,
that's gonna be a lot of vegetables, and we ain't got to worry about that bacon flavored water no more, like TWP Popcorn said. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Sounds good.
We appreciate you. I'll make sure Sharina gets her fruits and veggies for Thanksgiving. Wait, no, that's
too far away. Well, that's where I'll be. I'll be down there with my auntie for Thanksgiving, so she's gonna make sure my plate gets hooked up.
Okay, perfect.
And just so you know, auntie, fatback is not a fruit or vegetable.
No, it is not.
We're gonna put you backstage while we do our plant-based treat, but don't go anywhere. Hang out, and we'll talk to you once this broadcast ends. Okay?
All right, sounds great. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. You know, David Hunt is dropping the link so that way, if any of you are looking for your plant-based solutions, our Amazon store has a lot of those to make cooking easy. So Afromex, if you need some help, boom, we got you. Okay, because she says we love food. Now Chelsea was saying, "Great job, Sharina. Love you," and of course, Philip, thank you. Jennifer Brooks, that's over 500 hours away. But we thank you for your efforts. Coach Mary Ma is showing some love. How do we get them into this plant?
It's time for today's plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie.
Getting you to eat fruits and vegetables every single day at every single meal. We don't want you to skip any, guys. The food is good, all right? So let's go for it, Corey. This one, I think we said it was Pizza Pockets, but the pizza happened so quickly. Either way, it's here.
Pizza Pockets or Hot Pockets.
Quick bread dough. I've got a 1/4 cup of sugar.
Dissolve sugar in 1.5 cups of warm water.
Going to add 2 tablespoons of yeast.
Let the yeast sit for 5 minutes. It'll foam up. All-purpose flour. Add 1 cup at a time.
1 tablespoon of salt. This is about a tablespoon of oregano. Oregano is an antibacterial agent that fights infections like staph. There we have some dried thyme going in. Thyme contains a compound that helps with bacterial, parasitic, fungal, or viral infections. Add some avocado oil. And I'm going to add 2/3 because I'm making a double batch. Add more flour, like another cup. And it's still very wet, so we'll go ahead and add some more. I'm going to go ahead and add another cup of flour. Actually going to add a little bit of oil.
Sprinkle a little flour to keep the dough dry.
Put the towel on top. All right, so I'm going to just take the lid off of this. I have a vegetable filling that I created already.
Preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake 8 to 10 minutes until golden brown.
And we can just rub a little butter on top.
We use a plant-based butter.
All right, so we're gonna just grab one of these.
I like the plant-based sausage.
I like the bread.
I like the butter on top too.
You can buy plant-based sausage, but Chef LaQuita Marie, she made our plant-based sausage.
All right,
Oh,
Corey.
man,
Jennifer
man.
Brooks says she definitely eats her fruits and veggies daily, and she says thank you. No fat back.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer, for joining us today.
And thank you, Marlene Grant. She says, great job, everyone.
Thank you.
And you know what? The XDMC says, what kind of spoon y'all using?
Y'all kind of your measurements.
Yes, they always talking about me. Anyways, like I'm with Philip, not Coolio. Man, yep. Thank you, Wally. He was only 59 years old. And so thank you for that information. For those of you that don't know, that Coolio is no longer with us.
Rest in peace in the gangster's paradise, Coolio.
Yes, gangster's paradise. Philip says, Coolio had my sympathy ever since Busta crushed that show on MTV, and Coolio had to follow that. Oh, Matrell says, very nice. Nothing beats fresh bread. Richmond says it's looking amazing. Yes, Wally, plant-based sausage that I myself made. And Marlene Grant is saying, wow, thanks for the tips. Absolutely. You know, of course, on our website, blindguyhiswife.com, you can definitely get our shirts. You can get lotions, body scrubs, all of that for adults, teens, children, for everyone. And at a reasonable price. It's going to bless your soul. What else do we have to tell them, Corey?
They can jump into our arcade if you got kids, grandkids, or you're just looking for something to do and you're tired of Candy Crush and all those other games. Go to the Blind Guy's Wife The Life arcade and play some fun games there.
And you know what? We got to hurry and get out of here because my Renaissance grandma, she was saying deuces, yummy. And of course, now that we have her seasonings, we can include those, get it off her Etsy store, Lady V's. And because Philip is saying Fred Sanford and Florida Evans use fatback. And they're not here anymore. So that they did, and they were wonderful. Let me stop because I used to eat fat back too. Tear it up. Anyways, thank you, Coach Mary Ma. She always enjoys our recipes, but we got to get out of here because TWP Popcorn is saying great show. Now, I will say, Melissa Jane, the link to her courses is Mendoza Media Services /courses. That's where you find it. Of course, in the video description, you can find a link to the course that she created at Blue Ribbon Results. That's already listed in there. Look, Lashes is saying nice. And where do you get the recipe, Jennifer Brooks? Right now, it is on our YouTube page. And
plant-based playlist.
Yes, we have a plant-based playlist. So that video is there. And I'm curating a cookbook. So that we'll have a digital cookbook, hopefully by Christmas. And that's something that's in the works. But that particular recipe is all we have for right now. go to blindguyhiswife.com. The playlist is there on the website as well, on the homepage, actually. Thank you, Melissa. She says she's got it. Oh, David Hunt says, thanks for answering the questions. And Wally is saying that fatback is going to get you back, Philip. You know, hopefully someday, Richmond, I won't open up a vegan restaurant, but I'd prefer to be a consultant or something like that. So Gale at Night is also dropping the link to the courses. How do we get out of here, Corey?
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Blind Guy.
His wife.
Real Life Live. Join us every Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday at
11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
As we count you down to the weekend. But now we got to say goodbye. Today, we're going to say goodbye. Like Pastor Hines would say goodbye if they said that taking up offering was now illegal. He would say, deuces.
The pastor would say this, Corey.
Yeah.
Deuces.